your go-to channel for practice the English language having fun. Let's see what we have today.
Hey there, junior detectives. Welcome to the thrilling adventure of Mystery at the Boarding School, The Mystery of Room 13. Get ready to put on your detective hats and solve the case of the mysterious incident at the boarding school. Ready to unravel this puzzle? It's time to solve crime. We're about to explore the crime scene. We'll look for clues and solve the mystery of who did it and why. Keep your eyes open and get ready to be a detective with us. Picture this. Room 13, usually a peaceful place, now holds a scary secret. The room smells like old books mixed with sadness. Mr. Jefferson's body lies on the floor, surrounded by graded history tests. There's something strange about the scene that doesn't quite add up. It looks like he might have taken his own life, but there's a piece of evidence that suggests otherwise. What secrets does Room 13 hold? Evidence. In Mr. Jefferson's things, detectives find a dotted paper note. It says, "I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore." But when they look closely, they see the handwriting is not like Mr. Jefferson's. This makes them think someone else wrote the note to make it seem like he killed himself. Meet the suspects. Professor Ramirez. He is an older man in a lab coat stained with ink and glasses perched on his wrinkled forehead. He always carries an old pocket watch in the front pocket of his coat. Known for his extravagant scientific experiments and fascination with the occult. Julia, the star student. She is a bright young woman with round glasses and a perfectly braided braid. She's always reading thick books and carries a case full of colored pencils. She's the top student in her class in math and science. Charles, the janitor. He is a sturdy man in a patched-up blue jumpsuit and a worn straw hat. He always has a wrench hanging from his belt. Known for his ability to fix anything at the boarding school. Mrs. Martha, the librarian. She is an older woman with shaky hands. She wears gold-framed glasses and a knitted shawl around her shoulders. She always carries a dotted paper notebook in her pocket. She's the keeper of the boarding school's oldest secrets. Jan, the director. A stylish man in a pristine suit and a silk handkerchief in the pocket of his jacket. He always carries a set of keys on his belt and a mysterious smile on his face. Known for his discretion and loyalty to the boarding school.
Hey, do you like mystery stories? Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next adventure.
Now, let's listen to each suspect's alibi. Professor Ramirez. He says that he spent the night in his laboratory, working on a new experiment for his advanced science class. Some students say they heard strange noises coming from his lab in the early hours of the morning. Mrs. Martha, the librarian. She insists she spent the night alone, organizing books in the library and cataloging new acquisitions. She presents a detailed record of loans and returns as evidence of her alibi. Charles, the janitor. He says he was busy fixing a burst pipe in the boarding school's basement all night. He shows his jumpsuit covered in oil stains and a hardware store receipt as proof of his work. Julia, the star student. She says that she was studying in the library late into the night to prepare for an important exam the next day. She presents several marked books and detailed notes as evidence of her alibi. Jan, the director. He says that he was having dinner with some students in the dining hall, and then he was reading with some of them in the library until late into the night. As you look at all the clues and think about what happened, you'll start to see the bigger picture. Whose story doesn't match the evidence? Whose actions seem a bit suspicious? It's up to you to put the pieces together and figure out who's behind this room 13. Are you ready for this exciting challenge? Put on your detective cap, use your smarts, and let's solve the mystery at the boarding school. The murder of the history professor is in your hands. Well done, detectives! The culprit is Mrs. Martha. She said she was alone at the library, but both the director and Julia went to the library during the night, so she lied. She found out among the boarding school's secrets that the Professor Jefferson was manipulating grades to favor certain students. She was afraid that Mr. Jefferson's actions might bring harm to the school, so she staged the professor's dramatic ending to end the problem. Let's put her in prison.